again the Connect PNG program, and media has reported very recently an investigation by Delloite and an engineering firm from Australia to investigate the Connect PNG program. Mr. Deputy Speaker, if the Prime Minister can confirm if it is true that the government has instituted this investigation, number one, and number two, if this is confirmed, are you going to stop or put on hold the Connect PNG program to allow the investigations you have instituted to proceed on without delay and to stop spending more public funds while the investigation is in progress? Mr. Deputy Speaker, morally, Prime Minister, would you consider that it is only proper to stop or suspend the Connect PNG program so as to allow the government-sanctioned investigation to take precedence? Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Prime Minister.
All right, thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker. Long Laramie Beckham question long opposition leader, and I like to thank you long opposition leader long asking this an important question. Let me affirm that there is an investigation now on foot due to public outcry that stemmed from opposition call for Connect PNG to be relooked at on the assumption that it is a scam. I think the member for Yellowboo was one of those main call out in as far as labeling this Connect PNG as something that is not worth pursuing. I want to say that we are a government that do not shy away from asking people to look into what we are doing, unlike past governments. We welcome every look into how we're conducting our businesses. Connect PNG is a major focus, a flagship of this government. We want to open up all parts of our country who have been left behind. And Mr. Deputy Speaker, I want to inform this House through this good question that the investigation is run. One of our top big audit firms in our country, Delloite, has now taken full courage of looking into this matter. And Delloite is not, in any sense, Johnny come lately, or a private audit firm or a small audit firm. Delloite is an international and recognized audit firm. They're looking into the entire transactions in totality, from procurement, scope of work, contract disbursements, the entire chain of manner in which these contracts were procured, and the supervision of these contracts from start to where it is today. The entire Connect PNG, if continuously supported for the next 20 years or balance of the next 20 years, we'll see our country being opened up with enabling highways and roads to carry our producers in our country to a market and allow our economy and people and business to flourish. The intention is good, and this investigation will ascertain whether we have done the right thing or wrong thing, firstly and foremost. And secondly, whether we are achieving value for money in as far as this investment is concerned. So it was a good question asked in a matter of public interest, and a government that espouses transparency, a fair response, and an appropriate response in my view, an internationally recognized major audit firm in our country being engaged in this review, and they have engaged an Australian-based engineering firm, again a reputable, credible engineering firm. The name slipped my mind, but it has been engaged also to look at the scoping and work that is presently done. Mr. Deputy Speaker, this is a sign of maturity in our government. We do not shy away from critical questions asked in a matter of public interest. This will be ascertained because the intent of this program is good for our country. I want to indicate to all of you, Mr. Speaker, and those of us who live in glass houses may call it a scam, but you go to places like Kantiba, you go to places like Minyama, you go to places like Telefomin, you go to places like Agan, correct, my governor one of my favorite governors from Millen Bay. I flew into Agan, and to the people of Agan listening in, I will come back to Agan very soon. Only 10 kilometers down looking into Raba, but they are still tucked away, the remotest part, as if they're in the remotest part of our country. These people deserve to be connected. Do we leave them unconnected? There was one moment in 2020, in the midst of COVID-19. One Sunday, I called up then Minister Nali. I called up Governor Haveta. Where are both of you? Minister Nali says he was on his way to golf. I told him, Mr. Minister, I have a better idea. Go to Heli Fix. I have a chopper organized. We're taking a ride. Unbeknown to even my protocols, unbeknown to the people of Gulf, we flew across the central spine of our country and we touched down at Kantiba. We touched down at Kantiba and announced only 13 people were there in small Kantiba. They came out, they never recognized me, they never knew my face. They still, because they have no access to TV or newspapers. They only knew Governor Haveta. They ran to Governor Haveta. Left me standing there because they never knew who I was. Governor Haveta pointed to them, there's your Prime Minister. They ran back to me, are you James Marape? And I said, I'm James Marape. They cried, and I cried. They told me, Mr. Prime Minister, and I asked them, what do you need? They said, we need roads. Mr. Deputy Speaker, today as I speak, whilst it may not be the fancy highway that runs through from Gordon's Benspeak to downtown, but as I speak, and before September this year, I will be able to drive from Port Moresby to Lae for the first time in our country's history. Mr. Speaker, under the name of political game, we cannot compromise good programs.